In this video, I'm going to share with you how to build a personal brand that literally prints money for you while you sleep. My name is Cap Chatfield. I have the privilege of building my first YouTube channel from 1,000 to 1,000,000 subscribers in just 12 months in 2023. Became my full-time job halfway through that year. I built a second successful YouTube channel on top of that. And I've used this YouTube channel to generate for me many thousands of dollars over the past couple of years. And it's been incredible. And I want to teach you the same thing because here's what I want you to ask yourself. If you're a business owner, would you prefer to not have to pay for your leads? I mean, I just want you to think about how much money that you're paying right now for ads and trying to get a new lead. And is like $100 per lead, or is it $200, $50? You know, and then what's the lifetime value of those people? What happens when you decide I'm going to stop doing ads altogether, and though you can no longer actually reach your audience? I want to share this with you because this is what's been really amazing for me and for my personal brand, not just on the money side, but also on the impact side. So for me and my brand in 2023, I went all in on creating content around my faith. I'm a Christian, I'm a pastor, and I felt this call from God to go online and just start sharing my faith and engaging with the culture in a way that represented my worldview from the Bible, right? And so I started doing that, and here's what's amazing. I was doing it at scale. I was doing like 3 to 4 short form videos every single day, and I set up this whole system. Like I have this whole back end machine where, when I'm creating these videos, if someone online from any part of the country or any part of the world sees the video and they say, you know what, I need prayer. Or, you know what, I'm ready to start my relationship with God, and what do I do? What's my next step? Well, I created this whole funnel where people could watch my videos and then, fill out a form and let our team know and, that they wanted to make this decision to follow God or to get prayer. And I was trying to do all this manually on my own. I was like literally reaching out to people in the DMs, and I was like, dude, I can't do this forever. I need to have a life. I need a system. So by the grace of God, I built this whole machine, this whole like automation system, this whole funnel where people fill out this form when they make these decisions, if they ask for these prayer requests, and then they would get automatically sent this ebook that I created. And then they get put in our CRM, and the CRM for the ministry doesn't have sales reps, but it has people that would literally reach out to these individuals and text them and call them and pray for them personally. And here's what the craziest thing, guys, the craziest thing was I started to see notifications pop up in my phone every single day. I'd wake up, and in the morning, I would literally see the names and emails and phone numbers from people literally all over the world. I'd have people like at 4 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning from different parts of the planet fill out this form and let our team know how we can pray for them. And then boom, like there it is. Like now I have a prayer request that I show up to, and I'm able to serve that person in that way. Well, okay, but that makes sense for ministry. But let me tell you, like maybe you're not in ministry, maybe you have a business. Why wouldn't that also work for your business? I'll tell you how it's actually worked for me. So every day when I create videos, when we put the videos online, well, number one, now YouTube actually pays me to actually create these videos. Instead of trying to pay Facebook or Instagram or whoever to put my message out there, what if the social media platform actually paid you to get your message out there? That's what's available today with the ad revenue sharing. So it's pretty incredible. Can you imagine waking up after creating a video, putting it out there, finding your audience, serving your audience, giving them free value, and then waking up the next day with leads just popping up on your phone? Literally, I just had leads come up on my phone right now. I have notifications of people that filled out a form to talk about me or to talk with me about my business. And imagine not having to pay for that. But imagine having a machine that you build once and you use to create the content that you need to reach your audience and bring them value, and it works for you in your sleep. Can I tell you something? If you're a business owner, building a YouTube channel, building a strong personal brand, it takes time, it takes money, it takes investment, but it will be the most valuable asset, the most valuable employee for your business, because it will, over time, generate for you unlimited leads for free forever. And that's what I want to talk with you about today. How if you build this personal brand for yourself, this YouTube channel that is reaching your audience and communicating to them, this is going to be a way that you can literally begin printing money in your sleep. I'm talking about you wake up in the middle of the night, you open up Stripe and you see payments, you see purchases for your courses, you see purchases for your services. because you put yourself out there and you're generating those contacts. Okay, Cap, great. I get it. I'm interested. How do I do this? Okay, I'm going to give you a few different things that you need to consider. Hey, we're going to get back into the video in a second, but first I want to talk to the entrepreneurs, the business leaders, the church leaders, the ministry leaders, the nonprofit leaders who are on a mission to help as many people as possible, but you're running into this problem. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows what you're trying to do. Nobody knows the Goliath you're trying to slay and how you're trying to help these people so that you can fulfill your own personal mission. Can I tell you something? I was there personally just a couple of years ago with a failing business and no influence online, but all of that changed in 2023 when I went all in on building my personal brand, creating content like crazy, videos all over the internet. I grew my following on YouTube alone from 1,000 to 1 million subscribers in just 12 months. And can I tell you something? It wasn't just luck. I'm doing it with a second channel right now. And I'm also helping dozens of other entrepreneurs and business leaders build their personal brand for what? So that they can be famous? No, so that they can serve more people. If you're ready to get unstuck and to come out of obscurity and learn how you can actually build a personal brand that generates for you unlimited leads for free forever, for a lifetime. I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the greatest assets that you can invest in, building a personal brand for your business or for your ministry or for your organization. If you want to learn how to do that, and you want to work with my team, here's what I want you to do. I want you to text the word brand, B-R-A-N-D, to the number 402-799-4884. And our team, possibly myself personally, would love to reach out to you and get connected and see how we can serve you. Back to the video. Here's the first point I want you to consider. Number one, when you're going to go out and build a personal brand, my encouragement to you is actually have a business ready. Now, I'm not talking about necessarily having, all the documentation and having a building and having a car with your logo on the side. All of those things are great. What I'm saying is you need to have an ability to receive payment for a product or for a service, and you need to actually have a product or a service to sell, okay? I'll tell you this as somebody who started going crazy, creating content, building a massive brand. I didn't have a product in place at first, and I wasn't able to sell anything really of value. I was just creating content, building an audience, bringing value to people. But then over time, what I started to see as I was even making money from YouTube with the ad revenue is YouTube will pay me on the 21st of every month, but what about the days in between? If I have a great month and I know I'm going to get a lot of money from YouTube, but I have to wait 3 weeks to actually get that check, what am I going to do in between? This is why it was so important for me to realize, okay, I need to actually build a business and have a product to sell so that when people come in through my funnel, they watch my content, I actually have something to offer my audience. So my encouragement to you is actually build a business, actually create a product, actually create a service. I want you to consider this. I call it the D.R.E.A.M.S framework, okay? Here's the 6 different ways that you can monetize your personal brand. Number 1, D, donations. R, rev sharing through YouTube. E, e-commerce, digital products and physical products. A, affiliate marketing. M, memberships. And S, services. Pick one. Pick one. If you already have one, great. There's no reason why you should be creating videos and not pointing people to the thing that they can actually use for their own personal growth, their own personal development, or their business development, and to help you grow your business as well. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, you actually need to create content for that ideal audience. And you got to stay very simple with it, and you got to stay very consistent with it. What do I mean by this? Well, a lot of people that I coach, they say, Cap, I want to do videos on vlogging. I want to do a reality type show. I want to do a podcast. I want to do how-to videos. I want to do tutorials. I want to do all these different types of videos. Which can I do all of them? Well, first of all, you got to start with this, okay? You need to understand who your actual customer is, what their problem is, what do they want, and what problem stands in their way. And that is the person that you're creating for all the time. When you're beginning building a personal brand, nobody cares about you. I want you to write it down in your notes right now. Nobody cares about me. God cares about you, and your mama cares about you, and your spouse hopefully cares about you, but nobody else cares about you, okay? So don't come out telling people what you ate, the avocado toast that you ate for breakfast. Nobody cares. What people care about is themselves, what they want, and the problem that they're trying to solve. Get to know who your customer is. Like figure out who are they? What do they want? What problem stands in their way? Maybe you're called to help mom entrepreneurs. What's the biggest problem that a mom entrepreneur faces? Probably time. Probably having a million kids running around the house begging for her attention, and she doesn't have time to build her business. So now you think, okay, this is the person's problem. This is the person I'm trying to solve. Here's the problem that they have. What questions, as an expert, if I want them to buy my service or buy my product, what solutions can I provide that person? What problems can I solve for that person? What questions can I answer? I want you to spend some time thinking about who's the person that you are most qualified to help serve according to the business that you have and the value you're able to bring them. Write down 31 different questions that they are asking right now. Remember, YouTube is a search engine. It's not a social media platform. People go there for how-tos and to get their questions answered. Figure out what are the questions that they're asking. Those are the titles of your videos. Create one type of video. Just create how-to videos, kind of like what I'm doing right now. Guys, I'm trying to model for you the way that this is supposed to work. Create videos according to the questions that they're asking and just run that play. I would encourage you to just start with no less than 1 video a week. Try to get to 2, 3, maybe even 5 videos a week if you can spin it, because the more value you can provide, the more trust you can build. And the statistics show that when somebody spends 7 hours watching your content, they will pretty much buy anything from you. Okay, so number 2, like I said, create content for that ideal audience. Show them that you understand them. Simplify. Don't do a million different types of content. Do one and make it value-driven. Answer questions for people. Okay, number 3, get on sales calls and answer their questions. Okay, I talked about the search bar. Now I'm talking about go to your actual customer base, call them, say, hey, what problems are you running into? Figure out, get into their worldview, understand what are they actually struggling with. Use that as the type of content that you want to create. It's also going to help you in making your product better. Next, here's what I want you to do. As you're creating that content, you got to ask yourself, how do I turn a viewer into a lead? Back in 2023, when I started going really hard on my social media, I was creating content like crazy, creating content on Instagram, and I got kicked off of Instagram twice, okay? Because as a guy, if you go to look at my other content, you're going to see I talk about some crazy stuff that a lot of you might not agree with, but I am who I am, and I'm unashamed about it. But it got kicked me off of Instagram. I got kicked off of Instagram twice. So I went from reaching millions of people every single month on Instagram to all of a sudden reaching 0 people. And I discovered right away, I have completely lost my ability to serve these people well and create this content and reach my audience. If only I had an email list. If only I had a text list. This is why having an email list or a text list is so important, because it takes you from having a rented audience on a platform that you don't own. It's amazing that you and I get to create content on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, etc. for free, but in a single moment, they could take that audience away from us. They can change up the algorithm on us, and then we can't even reach the audience that we worked so hard to build. But if you're able to take that audience and put them in an email list, regardless of what happens, you're able to follow up with that audience whenever you want, because you got all their email addresses, you got all their phone numbers. You can connect with them whenever you want. So how do you get the email address? How do you get the phone number? I've heard it said from other marketers that in order to actually get somebody's email address from them, you have to provide something of value to them that is roughly around the value of $25. It doesn't mean that they got to pay you $25. It doesn't mean you pay them $25. But whatever you give them in exchange for that email, it has to feel emotionally as if it was worth $25. This could be an e-course. This could be a PDF. This could be a checklist. This could be a quiz to fill out. And so in every video, all you got to do is say, hey, guys, if you want to download this checklist, if you want to download this e-course, go to this website, click the link in the description, text this number, etc., and put that in every single video. Where should I put it, Cap? I'll tell you where to put it. Find out what's the average view duration of all of your videos. How long are people actually watching? You can go find this on YouTube Studio. Cut that in half. Put it at the halfway point of that view duration. If my view duration is around 8 minutes, I'm putting it at the 4-minute mark. If my view duration is 20 minutes, I'm going to put it at the 10-minute mark. Put it halfway through the average view duration of how long people are watching. and make it so that they have to give you their email address or their phone number in order to receive it, and then have it automatically sent to them. That's how you get their lead. Okay, that's how you get that contact. Okay, the next thing I would say is you got to provide unique value in the inbox once they've done that. Don't use your email address, don't use your email list as a place of just spamming people. You guys know what it feels like to get a million letters, a million newsletters from companies that you never want to read because all they're doing is selling you stuff. I'm not saying to not sell, but what I am saying is if you can make the inbox a delightful channel for great content for them, you're going to hold their attention in that inbox. They're going to be excited to open up emails from you. They're going to be excited to open up texts from you. So what does that look like? It looks like getting deeper on your content. Going from a video to writing some written content that's special for people that are in your email list. Oh my goodness, you do this, you keep people hooked, not just pointing to other videos, nothing wrong with that, but like really focus on just bringing value, written value in those emails over time. I'm telling you, man, you're going to see a lot of people who follow you will end up becoming your customers, okay? The final thing is in the bottom of that email. You guys know it. It's pretty simple. In the PS, after the, you give the value and the content, you say, this is, from Cap or whatever, PS, I got a course that you might like, or I got an offer that you might like. Click here to schedule a call with me or my team. Click here to book. Click here to buy, and let them take that next step. And by the way, I'm not saying that this is the only way that you sell. I'm not saying you don't get on the phone. I'm not saying that you don't follow up with people, but what I am saying is that if you do it this way, this is how you can actually create content that prints money for you in your sleep. Let's go back to the video. Let's say, hey, if in that, that halfway point in the average view duration of your video, you actually have a lead form. Hey, if you want to get in touch with me and my team, you want to learn how we can help you build your personal brand, text the word brand to 402-799-4884. I will text you. My team will text you. We'll get in touch, and we'll see how we can help you scale your business, explode your business and your influence, and make a lot of money while doing it. It's that easy. Can you do it? You absolutely can do it. It's going to take a ton of work, though, but that is why I'm so bullish on helping you build the personal brand. This is where everything changed in my life, man. When I started going all in on creating content, and I started sharing content that my audience would find valuable, but then using that content as a way to take those who are called to go deeper with me, who want to go deeper with me, give them a next step, have a product that's ready for them to purchase right away, have a service that's ready for them to purchase right away. I'll tell you what, there's nothing cooler than waking up and seeing that you made some money in the middle of the night, and that can be you. So go ahead and begin that journey, create that YouTube channel, begin creating that content, map it out. Who's the audience you want to serve? What's the product you're going to provide for them? What are the first 10 questions that you're going to answer for them in YouTube, in your YouTube videos? You can go to search and see what they're actually searching for, by the way. Create those videos, create that lead magnet, put that lead magnet within, the first half of that average view duration, 4-minute mark. 4-minute mark, for example. Capture those leads, send them emails, introduce them to your products as you provide them value. Keep doing that, run that on repeat. Now those videos, here's what's amazing. Those videos on YouTube, they will continue to get views for you while you sleep. They will continue to get leads for you while you sleep. They will continue to print money for you while you sleep, but you got to spend time building the machine. If you're ready to build the machine, say I'm building the machine right now in the comments. Subscribe for more, and I want to help you create more content, build a personal brand, and help you fulfill your mission through your business or your ministry online, and let me be the one to help you do it. Cool? Subscribe for more. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.